Let me explain you how I am going to use the output of the R. The first thing that you need to keep in mind is the cumulative proportion. It shows the first component is explaining 35.9% of the total variance. The second is individually explaining 12.93, and together it is explaining 48.8% of the total variance. The third one again 11.5, and cumulative goes to 60%. The fourth component explains 6.5, the cumulative goes to 67. The fifth component explains 5.7, the cumulative goes to 72. After that it's 4%, 4.24, 3.5, like that. So looks like that the first 5 components are most important, and it covers 70% of the more than 72% of the total variance. As a rule of thumb, I will suggest to take as many component which at least explains 70%. One more thing you need to keep in mind, that you will always have to apply your common sense. So if it was 5.7 and this was 5.6, probably you could have taken this one also. Now one more thing, keep in mind the first component is very important. It is explaining 36% of the total variance. Afterwards this is 12, and then it is 6 and 6%. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to select 4 variables from the component 1, 2 from this, and 1 from this. So what I've done here, this output which you are seeing at the bottom, the loading part, I have carefully, why? Because otherwise this particular space, this shifts here. So I have carefully pasted it here in this place, and then I am using the absolute value, using absolute function. So I have taken absolute value of that and put it here. Then I am going to use a function of Excel which is called large, and this is giving the 4th largest. Let me explain you how does it work like. So if you have data like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, the largest value is 6. So if you put large, let me show you here. If you put large this range and you put 1, it gives you the largest value. In this same function, if you put 2, it will give you the second largest value, which is obviously 5. So that's how the large function works. So what I have done here, I have put 4 so that I can get the 4th largest value, second largest value, all those things of these ranges. So if you look at here, large AF3 to AF21 means like I'm talking of this whole range, and I'm taking the 4th largest. And then using conditional formatting, what I have done, I've highlighted all those which are more than or equal to this particular threshold. So if you look at, I have gone in the conditional formatting and highlighted all those which are greater than, in this particular range, greater than AF24, then highlight it. So here these 4 are getting highlighted. So the first principal component is asking you to select x2, x11, x14, x17. From the second one it says x5, x10. Third one it says x4, x13. The fourth one is asking for x18, and the fifth one is asking x10, which is anyway getting covered by x2. So if you look at this, is giving you these 4, these 2, 8 variables, and this is the one 9 variable. So these 9 variables should explain less than 72%. Why 72%? Because if the 5 principal components are explaining 72.79%, these 9 variables cannot explain that much. What you need to understand, each principal component had all the variables, almost all the variables. So the moment you are taking just x1 to x9, these 9 variables, this is not going to explain you all 72.7. It will explain you less than that, because each component otherwise had all the variables, whereas now you are taking only few of them. So that's how you do the variable selection using PCA.